Hey everyone. I'm just waiting for people to come on in. Hey. I was just testing out the live and I had my music playing. For some reason it bumped me off because of copyright. So if that does happen, just wait for me to go back on live and I'll just continue the rest of the movement. Hey to everyone that's joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 8 people, yay. 9 people. All right, I guess we can get started. I hope everyone is doing well this Friday evening. Thank you so much for committing, staying on top of it, getting your workout in. I'm excited to do a nice working class with you this Friday and also next Friday. So feel free to join me as well. Let's start with our roll downs. Roll down for, let's do 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is feet in parallel. Plie 2, 3, 4, stretch 2, 3, 4, and roll back up. So we have feet are parallel, hip width apart. Rolling down 1, 2, 3, 4. Plie 2, 3, 4. Stretch 2, 3, 4, and roll up. We'll do that twice, and then same thing with feet together. Rolling down for 4, plie for 4, stretch for 4, and come up. Then we'll repeat everything again, double time, feet in parallel, and then also feet together. Let's get to it. And roll down in 1, 2, 3, 4, plie. We're doing our flat back series. You're gonna have your feet hip width apart. I'm gonna stand sideways so you guys can see, but I'll also stand frontal so you also get to see that too. Hands by your side, fingers nice and lengthened. Over 1, 2, 3, and coming up to 3. This is gonna be working the hamstring muscles, and you wanna make sure that the line from the back of your neck all the way down to your tailbone is long and even. Those 3 counts, 1, 2, 3, up to 3. We're gonna repeat that 4 times. Next up, we're gonna add the arms to make it a little bit more challenging so we can feel a little bit more lifted. You're reaching towards that wall in front of you. Abs are engaged, bringing it up. Same thing 4 times, all the way down and coming up. After the 4 counts with the arms, we're gonna do a 6 count press of the arms sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then gonna go into our first variation for flat backs. Again, we do our flat backs, no arms, 4 times. Flat backs with arms 4 times, and then going into our first variation. That is going over 1, 2, 3. Add the arms. 2, 2, 3. Plie, making sure the knees are going outside and the torso is going in between the legs. You can see right here. Stretch 2, 3, 4. Up 2, 3, 4. You're going to do a pelvic press, pushing the hips slightly forward, not sitting into the hips, but actually lifting and letting the pelvis shift forward. That's going to turn into a hinge later on. Pelvic press up and press the arms down. Again, over 1, 2, 3. Add the arms. 2, 2, 3. Plie, stretch, come up, pelvic press, up and flatten the arms down. Our last variation is going to be with elevate, added on into it. You're going to flat back over, 1, 2, 3. Arms, 2, 2, 3. Elevate, 3, 2, 3. Coming up, 4, 2, 3. Coming up, 5, 2, 3. Stay, 6, 2, 3. Heels down, 7, 2, 3. Arms, 8, 2, 3. Again, that's over 1, 2, 3. Add the arms, 2, 2, 3. Elevate, 3, 2, 3. Come up, 6 counts. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. Heels down, 7, 2, 3. Arms, 8, 2, 3. Now you'll be tired at that point, so we're going to roll down and bring the arms up. Press. Roll down 4 times. After that, keep the arms up and we're going to reverse that entire process. Reaching up over, and as soon as your fingers hit the floor, you're going to contract and bring that torso right up. So again, starting with our flat backs, no arms, add arms. First variation, second variation, followed by our roll downs, releasing the spine. I will talk you through it, so no worries at all. Let's get started. Feet hip width apart. Make sure you're sideways or you can be front, whatever works for you. And 2, 3, and 1. Again, and 1. And 1. Adding the arms right above. And 1, 2, 3, and up. 2, again. And 1, 2, 3, and up. Again, and 1. Notice I'm not sitting in my heels, my weight is forward. Last time, followed by the 6 count transition. First variation. Add the arms. Pelvic press. And up. Arms down. One more time. And 1. With elevate now. Flat back. Add the arms. Elevate up. Stay up here. Keep rolling. Keep getting taller. Heels down. Again. Rolling down for 4, chin to chest. And sure you're breathing. You don't want to hold any tension in any of the positions that we're going to be doing. You want to make sure there's a flow to it. Almost like yoga, same kind of concept. You're breathing through the movement each and every time. Let's work on our squats. We're going to have our feet parallel. As you can see, you're going to have your arms also doing the same thing. We're going to bounce for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and squat all the way down. You're going to stick your butt out and stay down here for 4, and then come all the way back up. We're going to do that 4 times. Feet in parallel, and up 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Squat down. Even if you can go here, that's okay. And come up. Second time. Here we go. And 1. Squat down. And 1. This is like the real squat. 5, 6. Again. 2 more times. And 1. And 6. And come up. Last one. Here we go. And 1. Breathing through it. If you can go down further, that's great. And rest. Yeah, primitive squats are really important because you're working on the Achilles tendons. And sometimes if you don't use them, you lose them. And you notice in other cultures, that's how they eat. That's how they also work around. They're down there in that squat doing what they have to do. So those people, super lucky to keep their Achilles stretched. But sometimes for the rest of us, we don't always use it. So it's important to make sure we have that squat each and every time. Let's get into our laterals. We're going to have our nice, wide, natural second. We're going to shift from side to side. So remember to be able to sit in your hip. You don't have to feel like you're stuck. We're going to have one arm. For those who are in the comments, I can't quite read them since I'm far away, but hopefully we can chat a little bit after and you guys can tell me what's up. We're going to have one arm over. We're going to go over 1, 2, and come up. 2, over 1, 2, and come up. Feels like a really great stretch for me right now. 2, and up, and 1, 2, and up. Then we'll do the same thing double time 8 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we'll do the same exact combination with 2 arms, and then we'll take a break. Let's try it. I know you guys can do it. Starting with one arm. Ready? Up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over 1, 2, and up. 1, 2, and up. Again. Double time. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway there. Use your wrist. 7, 8. 2 arms over 1. Shift 1. And if that's too hard, feel free to just continue to do the slow ones. 8 times, double time, and go. Breathe. Keep exhaling. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up, press the arms down. Shake it out for a bit. That was a lot. Whew. Don't forget to breathe. You're lucky that you don't have to talk during these combinations because it does make it a little bit more challenging. We're going to do our same thing with the variation. We're going to go over 1, 2, plie, 3, 4, 5, 6, come up, 7, 8. Repeat the same thing to the left. Over 1, 2, plie, 3, 4, 5, 6, come up, 7, 8. From there, we'll go over 1, 2, plie, 4, 5, 6, flat back, 7, 8. We're going to release swing, which is where we're in our flat back. We're going to release the back, 2, 3, 4, and go back to lateral, and then come up. Over 1, 2, plie, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat back, 7, 8. We're combining the lateral and the flat back in one exercise. You're going to release swing, release the back, lateral, and come up. That is all for now. Let's try it. So just right and left, over, plie, stretch, and up, over, plie, stretch, and up 4 times. Then we'll do it with the release swing. Let's do that twice, because then we'll do a series of just straight release swings and around the world. Let's do it. And 1, 2, 3, 2 arms, and then 5, 6, 7 with plie, over 1, 2, plie, 3, and 5, and up. This is 4 times. Remember, you're reaching through your fingers. Again, and 1. Good, guys. Last time, and 1. Now with the lateral. Swing, release swing. And get ready, and 1. Other side, and 1. Release swing. And press it down. Good. Let's do same thing, but just strictly release swings. You want to remember that as we're doing our release swing, from the side, you are going to be sitting back in your heels a little bit. As you release, yes, you have no choice, but you want to make sure that you try to stay forward by engaging your hamstrings, and you want to pretend that there's a wall in front of you, there's a wall behind you, and as you're doing your release, you are going in between that wall, so you want to try to get as flat as possible between there. If I had a demonstrator, I would show you. You want to get the forehead to the ground. Actually, I lied. You want to get the top of the head to the ground. So as you're releasing, just making sure that your lateral too and your flat back come from this diagonal here. This is where you get the next reach. So it's elongating you every time. You don't want to tense up. So speaking on that, we're going to do our release swings. Over 5, 6, flat back, 7, and 8. Release 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. From there, we're going to take another challenge. For those who would like to step up, you can release and go right into your lateral flip. Release and go right into your lateral flip. 4 times. Lateral flip, release, lateral flip. Then we'll come up and we'll come down, we'll take a break. Our next thing is going to be the around the world, going on elevate as we do our release swing. So that's going to look like 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm marking, but you guys can figure it out. Swing 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Swing 5, you're going to come all the way into lateral, and you're going to go on elevate and go all the way back around and go into your flat back. Swing 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6, 7, and a 8. Release 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and release 7 and 8. Remember, the finishing for every release swing is lateral up, 2, and press the arms. So whenever you finish, this is your next part of the combination. And if we had groups, your ending is the next group's beginning. So always make sure to complete that. Let's do our 4 lateral swings versus into our 4 going into the side. Release swings going into the side, and then we'll do the around the world. Let's try it. This is your tempo. And 5, 6, over, 7, flat back, 8, release 1, 2, 3, 4, lateral, and come up. switching that hip and getting to that side position if you can. That's also part of your low T when you're going sideways as well. So all the movement is relative. Each and everything has a major point, which is why we spent so much time working the back. Let's do part 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Let's continue. 5, oh no. Let's move on. Let's do some footwork. We're going to start in parallel. We're going to go demi, a full, a demi, plie, tendu, and a flex, and a point, and close. A demi, a full, a demi, a plie, a tendu, a flex, a point, and close. We'll do front, front, and then go side, side. That's it. Then we'll do the same thing in first position. A 1, a 2, a 3, plie, tendu, and a flex, and a point, and close. Front, front, side, side. Then what we're going to do is work on releasing our ankle while plieing and stretching on the opposite leg. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, side. And this will be en croix, front, side, back. So remember, demi full, demi plie, tendu, and flex. Parallel position, right, left, and then same thing in first position, demi 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, front, front, side, side. Followed by that, we'll stay in turned out position, and we'll just be releasing the ankle, coming out and in every time. Does that make sense, everyone? From there, we'll do some roll-throughs. Plie, roll-through, stand up, heels down, and reverse. A 2, a 3, a 4. We'll do that again. And then this time we'll balance, arm side. We're going to shift, testing ourselves, and then we'll finish with our footwork for there. Let's start parallel, demi, and full, and demi, plie. Nice, nice. Let's work on our isolations. Feet together. Just figure eight, excuse me. Staying in parallel, you want to stay in plie, close to the ground. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. This is why I wore these bright light blue pants so you can see my isolations. You want to make sure you're making the figure 8, not 2 circles. Your feet don't come off the ground. They stay parallel and they stay in plie. Let's have the arms go out and up and down. 2, 3, 4. Out and up and push down. 6, 7, 8. One more time. Just that with the hands. The opposite hand is going to be at the front of the hip, and the right arm is going to be spiraling out and up and push down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's just try that with the music. Up 5, 6, 7, 8, and on 1. Press. On 1. Really make sure you're using your hips. Again, 2 more times. 2 and 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. So you want to actually think like you're swimming, pushing the arms up parallel, and then pushing the hands sideways. Same thing, 2 arms at the same time. Up 5, and 1. 2 more times. 1. Good. Sometimes we can get a little bit more fun with that. Maybe for next time, we'll do the actual sprinklings. So I don't know if you know, in Alvin Ailey's Revelations, there's a part where the ladies, and the men too, they're over the white blanket and they do these little sparkle fingers. But the secret is that they don't do all the fingers like this. It's actually just the middle ones. So next time you get a chance to watch it, I was told by one of the legendary dancers that as they're doing that moment, it's just the middle fingers. So just an interesting little fun fact that you learned. So yes, keep those isolations clear. Let's work on our Egyptian walks. Arms are going to be parallel, up, side to side. You want to see both your palms, and you want to twist and shift. And 1, and 2, and 1, parallel, and 2. Really twisting the spine. And then we're going to reverse it. 1 and 2, because everyone's space is different. Push back, 2, push back, 2. Let's just try that same music. It's going to be a little brisk. Movements, we're going to do a full torso release. So what that means is the feet will stay the same, but we're going to start by going off to the side. Lateral, 1, 2, pelvic press, same thing we did in the beginning. 3, 4, lateral side, 5, 6, and come down 7, 8. Does that make sense? So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down 7, 8. Arms side. I'm coming out of frame. 3, 4, side. 6, 7, 8. So you're literally making a lateral backside lateral with your upper body, but the legs are still going to be shifting in parallel position each and every time. I actually did a work by Kevin Ayagajev, and that was one of the movements we did, was actually shifting with our feet parallel. So you're thinking about how this aesthetic is playing into other work. Pretty awesome. Let's try it. Sorry, one thing I forgot to mention, we're going to do do 2 counts in each position. Then we'll reset and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go a little bit faster. 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Again, and 1, 2, 3, and this time we're going to do double time. Of 5, make it 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, side 1, and your hips can move each and every time. You want them to continue to have this kind of feeling that they're constantly moving, which is why it gets so difficult, because you're just like, wait, it's a crazy coordination thing. But keep that in mind. You want to pull through your fingertips as you go into that position. As you go into the next position, hip pressing from the side, it should look like this. Not sitting, but you're lengthening and pushing the hips forward. Then sliding into the next one, shifting the hips to the side, and then relaxing the body. That's what you want to work on for next week. We'll do a little bit more with that. We'll do the Joyce Trishler's exercise as well. Let's move on. Let's get a few leg swings in. Hopefully you guys have enough space to kick. We're going to start with our arms to the side, feet in parallel. We're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and step. Bend the swing. A 2, a 3, and step. The leg is going to be in parallel. Your goal is to get your knee all the way in line with your chest, and same thing, coming all the way back if we can. If you have that flexibility, great. If not, you're just focusing on making sure that foot is passing through parallel. So the exercise is arms in second, swing 1, swing 2, swing 3, step forward, swing 1, swing 2, swing 3, step forward. 4 times would be ideal. Let's try it. And a 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1. Again, and a 1. Good. For those that would like more of a challenge, incorporate the upper body. So when you brush front, you can contract the torso over. When you release back, you can lift the chest up to the ceiling. So you're going concave, convex, concave, step. Concave, whoa, convex, concave, step. You want to keep your balance and maintain that. For those that just want to repeat the same thing, go absolutely again. Remembering that you are doing parallel. We're not doing turned out leg swings. They are parallel. Let's try again. 7, 8, and a 1. Good. Adding one more modification for those who may not know. We're going to try to do the same thing for those who want to take it a step further. Swing 1, fouette, swing 2, fouette, swing 3, and step forward. So you fouette as your feet are coming down into parallel. Swing, fouette, swing, and stay. This is another great way to do it stationary as well because you're not traveling. So swing 1, fouette, fouette, step, and 1, fouette, fouette, and step. I swear I was a lot better at this earlier, like when I was in school. But let's try it that way. For those who don't want to try that, absolutely fine. Let's do 2 regular leg swings, swing and swing in the swing step, and a swing and swing in the swing step, followed by swing, fouette, fouette, and step, swing, fouette, fouette, and step. After that, this is a must from everybody that I'd like to see. You go into your stag position. Your arm is going to be opposite leg in hand. You're going to be reaching forward, your chest stays forward, and that back leg is coming up. Both legs are going to be bent. One arm is reaching front, the other arm is reaching back. Legs are parallel, supporting leg is bent. You want this to be your stag position, or the other leg. Woo! Hopefully I don't fall. That's what you want to try to aim for. So after we do 4 sets of our leg swings, you want to go into your first stag. Remember, both hands are coming from the chest. Don't let it just come from anywhere. They're coming from the chest, reaching towards the camera, boom. And take another one, reaching towards the camera, boom. Let's try it. The leg swings, whether you want to do forte or not, and then going into your stag. 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6. Here we go, and a 1. Why you have to keep that parallel is because that stag is going to turn into something else. So which we'll get to, I'm going to show another exercise first. But with that stag, you want to make sure you're deep into that plie, because that's going to be your lateral T right afterwards. So everything is congruent to this. This is why it's so important. I had to fix mine because you want to keep that hip open. It's important to keep the hips square. We're going to go into another exercise. Wide second position, arms are going to be out. Should be a nice little release. Swing 1, 2, 3, 4. Shift high T. What this means is that the standing leg is going to be turned out. The leg in the air is going to be parallel facing in. There's a reason for that. Your arms are going to be overhead. Then you release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shift 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, over 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be our exercise. We're not going to do coccyx balance today. We're going to replace that with our lateral T's. Again, just 4 plies. 1, 2, 3. The last one, you're going to turn out that right heel and then turn in this leg. This leg is not on the floor. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's only 45 degrees. You're creating a line from the top of your fingers all the way down to your foot. And that's going to enable you to go into your T going forward. Let's try it. So we want 2 high T's and then 2 lateral T's. Not a Y, not an X. You want to make sure it's an actual T. Let's start from the beginning. Hope you guys have grown. Up 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. Shift. Pull, pull, pull. Nice and long. And go to 1. Let's repeat this again. And go to 1. And go to 1. Turn out. Now it's our T. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good dancers. Yes, it is interesting how one foot is turned out, the other one is parallel. So you want to make sure you're using that. That becomes your balance each and every time, and you're squeezing these obliques and abs in order to sustain you. And you have to think long. Remember, these aren't stagnant positions because eventually they're going to become a turn. So when we were doing the leg swing exercise, I'm going to ask you guys eventually to turn and finish in an actual T. So this is how the work actually continues to progress. Everything has a purpose and a reason for it. It's a sort of technique that you're gaining and you're building on each and every time. Let me check my timing. I want to add something else. Let's take a stretch. Do we want it to? Yeah, let's take a stretch. Maybe I should do this afterwards, or maybe next week. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one next week. Let's do lunges. So what we're gonna do is, after all that standing